Congress President has announced an important feature of the Congress's manifesto. We are announcing a minimum income support program, or NYAY, Yojana, to the poorest 20% of the families of India. The details of the scheme will be announced in the manifesto, and the scheme itself will be fully explained when we come into government. I want to take this opportunity to explain the basic features of the scheme. Mahatma Gandhi said that his goal was to wipe out every tear from every eye. In fact, Dr. Arvind Subramanian, the former chief economic advisor to the government, started his chapter in the economic survey by quoting these words. The poorest 20% of families are well known to anyone who lives in a village, who lives in a mohalla, in a town. It is only not known to people who never walk on the streets of India. We will identify the poorest 20% of India's families. That is about 5 crore families. And going by an average size of 5 members per family, this scheme will benefit 25 crore people in India. We believe that a scheme of this kind could not have been implemented, say, 20 years ago. It certainly could not have been implemented 40 years ago. Today, thanks to liberalization that was launched by a Congress government in 1991 and successfully taken forward by 2 UPA governments between 2004 and 2014, we believe that India, the Indian economy, has a capacity to implement such a scheme. We must first believe in our own capacity. The size of India's economy today is 200 lakh crore. And in nominal terms, this size will increase by about 12% every year. And in about 6 years, it will double. Therefore, in the 5-year period, starting in 2019, and ending with 2024, the size of India's GDP would have grown from about 200 lakh crore to close to 400 lakh crore. The expenditure of the government of India and the expenditure of all the states put together today is about 60 lakh crore. Revenues are growing at about 18%. Therefore, the amount available to the central government and the state government will practically double in about 5 years. So we believe India has the capacity to implement this program. And what is this program? We have taken into account all factors: incomes of different sections of the people, consumption patterns, what is required to keep a family above poverty. And after considering all the factors, those are numbers which are crunched. After considering all the factors, we have come to the conclusion that the government of India and the states should provide an income support of rupees 6,000 per month to each of the 5 crore families, which means 72,000 rupees a year will be provided to each family. The number that you should keep in mind is 72,000 rupees per year to a family, which works out about 6,000 rupees per month to every family. This is a standard amount which will be given to every family. We have consulted enough economists, enough experts in the subject, and all of them are broadly agreed that India has the capacity to implement a scheme of this kind. Of course, it has to be designed carefully, it has to be tested on the field, it has to be rolled out. And let me make it very clear, in a country as large as India, and a scheme as ambitious as this will be rolled out in phases. It is not as though the new government assumes office on the 26th of May 2014. It will be rolled out on 27th of May 2014. The scheme will be rolled out in phases. Let me repeat this. The scheme will be rolled out in phases, and we will cover the 5 crore families in phases. As I said, there will be an expert committee to design the scheme, and at every stage we will consult the expert committee before we move to the next stage.